Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Holden Novak knows a lot more than he's telling. Holden took Claire on a sightseeing tour of his old haunt, LA. That included going to the nightclub that Sienna heads. But why would Holden go there when the tension between him and Braun's character could have been anticipated? Claire wasn't bothered by the verbal exchange Holden and Sienna shared. But she was intrigued by the condescending comments Sienna offered about Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver. Whatever Holden was involved with when he was living in California matters. It's sure to come out and likely to impact his growing friendship with Claire, potentially dashing his hopes for a long-term romance with her. Holden Novak knows a lot more than he's telling, and Genoa City is on edge as secrets threaten to explode. Holden Novak, the once unassuming figure whose calm demeanor masked a mind sharp enough to unravel the tangled web of Genoa City's deepest secrets, has been behaving strangely in recent days. Those who know him best are beginning to notice subtle shifts in his mannerisms, quiet glances over shoulders, a hesitation before answering even the simplest questions, as though every word he utters carries a weight he's not willing to share. The city's power players are growing increasingly restless, sensing that Holden possesses knowledge that could tip the balance in ways no one is prepared to handle. Rumors suggest that he has information linking several key figures to incidents that could alter alliances and disrupt the status quo. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Sources close to Holden say he's been spending an unusual amount of time alone, reviewing files, scrolling through old documents, and making discreet phone calls that never seem to connect to anyone publicly known. Insiders suggest that Holden has stumbled upon a series of correspondences and clandestine meetings that could implicate influential Genoa City residents in activities ranging from corporate manipulation to personal betrayals. While Holden has remained tight-lipped, his interactions with certain individuals have been telling. Several eyewitnesses have reported seeing tense encounters between him and high-ranking members of Newman Enterprises, with conversations ending abruptly as Holden walks away, leaving a trail of unspoken questions in his wake. Meanwhile, speculation is rife about Holden's potential motives. Some believe he's preparing to leverage his newfound knowledge to protect someone close to him, a move that could either safeguard innocent lives or ignite chaos. Others suspect he may be waiting for the perfect moment to expose secrets that could bring down the city's most powerful figures, a calculated strategy that has many wondering who will be caught in the fallout. Observers note that Holden's demeanor has grown more cautious yet deliberate, a sign that he is weighing every step carefully. Every decision, every pause seems to signal a man on the verge of revealing truths long buried. Holden's interactions with longtime Genoa City residents have also raised eyebrows. During recent encounters at social gatherings and corporate events, Holden has been seen asking pointed questions, subtly steering conversations in ways that suggest he's testing reactions, probing for information without revealing his own hand. This tactical approach has fueled speculation that Holden is not only aware of more than he admits but may also be orchestrating events behind the scenes, carefully maneuvering pieces on a complex chessboard where the stakes are nothing less than reputations, fortunes, and relationships. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Those closest to him are divided on how to respond. Some fear that pressing him too hard could provoke a defensive reaction, potentially exposing truths prematurely or sparking conflict among parties unprepared for confrontation. Others argue that Holden's knowledge must be confronted, that transparency is the only way to avert disaster, insisting that secrets held in silence have already caused enough damage in Genoa City. In private, Holden has reportedly hinted that the information he holds is bigger than anyone realizes, and that timing is everything, cryptic statements that leave both friends and foes in suspense, wondering when and how he will act. Corporate circles are also feeling the ripple effects of Holden's secrecy. Newman Enterprises executives have reportedly become increasingly paranoid, re-examining deals, communications, and alliances in anticipation of potential leaks. Competitors are watching closely, sensing that Holden's revelations could shift the power dynamics in ways that may benefit them if they are positioned correctly. Meanwhile, legal advisors have been called in for private consultations, preparing for any eventuality should Holden decide to bring explosive information to light. The romantic entanglements in Holden's life have added another layer of complexity. While he has long maintained an image of controlled composure, whispers suggest that personal relationships may be influencing his decisions. Friends close to him hint at a recent encounter that left Holden visibly shaken, a moment that may have crystallized the urgency of the secrets he keeps. These emotional undercurrents suggest that Holden is not merely a passive observer but a key player whose personal and professional interests are deeply intertwined with the city's ongoing intrigues. Genoa City residents are already buzzing with theories. Social media posts and insider commentary speculate on everything from hidden corporate embezzlement to concealed affairs, all tied to Holden's mysterious activities. Some believe that Holden's restraint is strategic, that he plans to reveal information only when the consequences are most advantageous, while others fear that the truth may emerge in an uncontrollable manner, sparking conflict and scandal that could ripple across every major family in town. Meanwhile, investigators familiar with Holden's past have begun connecting dots that were previously overlooked. His previous involvement in sensitive situations, his ability to observe without being noticed, and his reputation for keeping confidences suggest that he is uniquely positioned to uncover truths others cannot. This has led to speculation that Holden may hold the key to resolving long-standing mysteries, or conversely, that his revelations could trigger crises that no one in Genoa City is prepared to face. Every public appearance he makes now is scrutinized for clues. A passing comment, a momentary glance, or an unusual handshake is analyzed for hidden meaning. Even those who once dismissed Holden as quiet or reserved are beginning to recognize that beneath his calm exterior lies a mind calculating, evaluating, and preparing to act. Observers note that Holden's measured approach contrasts sharply with the chaotic energy in other corners of Genoa City, suggesting a deliberate patience that may prove decisive in the unfolding drama. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Holden Novak knows more than he's telling, and the consequences of that knowledge are already starting to reverberate. Every conversation he avoids, every cryptic remark he makes, contributes to a growing tension that promises to erupt with dramatic effect. Friends, foes, and casual observers alike are left questioning what he knows, why he's keeping it secret, and when, if ever, the city will be ready for the truth. The anticipation surrounding Holden is palpable. Every whisper, every glance, every unexplained movement fuels a sense that Genoa City is standing on the brink of revelations that could reshape alliances, expose hidden agendas, and change lives forever. As Holden continues to navigate the intricate network of relationships, loyalties, and rivalries, one thing is certain: nothing in Genoa City will remain the same once the secrets he guards come to light. His intelligence, discretion, and growing list of critical insights have positioned him as a central figure in the unfolding drama, and residents are watching closely, knowing that the time when the truth can no longer be contained is rapidly approaching. Holden Novak knows more than he's telling, and Genoa City may never recover from the shockwaves of what is about to be revealed. Holden Novak's quiet vigilance has become the talk of Genoa City, and insiders warn that every interaction he has is now layered with unspoken significance. Those who have tried to probe him for answers report a mixture of frustration and awe, noting that Holden seems always 2 steps ahead, anticipating questions before they are asked and avoiding traps that might force him into revealing too much. At the same time, whispers of his knowledge have reached the ears of people he would rather avoid. Certain Newman family members are rumored to be quietly assessing their own vulnerabilities, worried that Holden's information could undermine years of careful maneuvering and personal ambition. The fact that Holden has not made a single misstep publicly only adds to the tension, leaving observers to speculate whether he is truly biding his time or already has a strategy in motion that is destined to shift the entire balance of power. Meanwhile, whispers in social circles suggest that Holden's knowledge is not limited to business and corporate intrigue. Personal lives, long-held secrets, and private scandals may also be part of the web he's untangling. Some claim that Holden has pieced together the clandestine dealings of Genoa City's most influential residents, connecting events that others believed were unrelated. If true, this means that Holden possesses the potential to expose hidden betrayals, confidential romances, and arrangements that could destabilize relationships across the city. Observers say that Holden's discreet yet deliberate behavior hints at a master plan that goes far beyond casual curiosity or self-interest. Every measured step he takes seems calculated to ensure he can control the narrative when the time to act finally comes. At the same time, Holden's closest allies are feeling the strain. Some fear that his secrecy is a ticking time bomb, capable of detonating without warning. Others express confidence in his judgment, believing that Holden is strategically waiting for the moment when disclosure will have maximum impact. Meanwhile, those who have only recently noticed his odd behavior are growing increasingly anxious, wondering if the calm and collected Holden they know is merely a facade concealing an imminent storm of revelations. Even casual encounters with Holden have become charged with suspicion, as residents attempt to read between the lines of his seemingly innocuous remarks. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Corporate observers are paying close attention to Holden's movements, particularly his interactions with executives at Newman Enterprises. Several confidential reports indicate that Holden has been in discreet meetings with individuals who may hold the key to understanding long-standing conflicts within the company. Analysts suggest that Holden is methodically collecting evidence, cataloging inconsistencies, and preparing to confront the key players at a moment that could yield maximum leverage. Some insiders speculate that Holden's discoveries could threaten major mergers, reveal hidden financial manipulations, or expose long-forgotten betrayals that have shaped the corporate landscape for decades. Even rivals of Newman Enterprises are quietly monitoring Holden, aware that his intelligence and discretion may soon alter the competitive environment. Adding complexity to the intrigue are Holden's interactions with members of other prominent Genoa city families. A series of private encounters and coded conversations have been noticed by those paying attention, leading to speculation that Holden may be negotiating alliances, testing loyalties, or even playing multiple sides to ensure that when the time comes, he holds all the leverage. Some believe that Holden's actions are motivated by a desire for justice, a moral compass driving him to expose wrongs that have been concealed for too long. Others argue that his motives may be more personal, influenced by past betrayals, romantic entanglements, or a need to protect those he cares about most. Romantic undercurrents in Holden's life are also becoming entwined with the broader intrigue. Observers have noted tense encounters, lingering glances, and carefully measured conversations that suggest emotional stakes are rising alongside the professional and social stakes. Friends close to him whisper that Holden is balancing both affection and caution, acutely aware that any misstep in his personal relationships could undermine his efforts to navigate the city's labyrinth of secrets. The combination of professional acumen and personal investment suggests that Holden's decisions will carry weight far beyond what casual observers realize, potentially reshaping alliances, endangering relationships, and altering the trajectory of multiple storylines in Genoa City. Social circles are abuzz with speculation about what Holden knows and when he might act. The mere suggestion of his knowledge has sent ripples across Genoa City, prompting discussions, whispers, and urgent consultations among those who sense the potential for upheaval. Residents who once dismissed Holden as reserved or inconspicuous are now watching him closely, analyzing every gesture, every comment, and every private meeting. The city is on edge, and the tension is palpable, as the knowledge Holden holds could ignite scandals, shift power dynamics, and force long-standing conflicts into the open. Even the media is catching wind of Holden's potential to disrupt Genoa City's carefully constructed social and corporate order. Rumors of his discoveries, carefully cultivated and spread by those hoping to test his reaction, have begun circulating on local news networks and social platforms. Analysts, gossip columnists, and investigative reporters are all speculating about the depth of Holden's knowledge, trying to decipher patterns and predict outcomes. While Holden himself remains unresponsive to inquiries, the subtle signals he sends continue to fan the flames of speculation, leaving the public eager, anxious, and on high alert. Holden's past experiences are also being revisited in light of current events. Observers are connecting his historical actions, previous investigations, and personal alliances to his current behavior, suggesting that he has been quietly preparing for a pivotal moment for years. The impression is that Holden's knowledge has been accumulating over time, carefully documented and catalogued, with each piece of information adding to a growing mosaic of truth that could soon be unveiled. Those who underestimate him are warned not to do so lightly, as Holden has repeatedly demonstrated an ability to anticipate moves, navigate complex interpersonal dynamics, and remain one step ahead of even the most cunning adversaries. The ripple effects of Holden's discretion are being felt across multiple fronts. Corporate leaders are reassessing strategies, social players are reevaluating alliances, and long-standing feuds are gaining new dimensions. Every subtle interaction Holden has with the city's power brokers is scrutinized, analyzed, and interpreted, leading to a heightened state of tension and anticipation. Some are preparing to capitalize on potential revelations, others are bracing for fallout, and a few are quietly trying to influence Holden's decisions to align with their own interests. In the midst of all this, Holden remains an enigma. His calm exterior belies a mind actively processing information, evaluating risks, and contemplating the most effective way to proceed. Observers note that he appears more deliberate, more cautious, and more focused than ever, suggesting that when the time comes, he will act with precision and intent. His ability to balance discretion with influence has made him a central figure in Genoa City's ongoing drama, one whose actions could reshape the city in ways no one fully anticipates. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Holden Novak knows a lot more than he's telling, and the consequences of his knowledge are already beginning to unfold. Every encounter, every cryptic remark, and every discreet action contributes to a growing tension that promises to erupt in dramatic ways. Genoa City watches, waits, and speculates, knowing that when the secrets Holden guards are revealed, alliances will shift, relationships will be tested, and the city's power dynamics could be fundamentally altered. Those who underestimate him do so at their own peril, for Holden's intelligence, patience, and discretion have positioned him as a pivotal player in a game that spans personal, corporate, and social arenas alike. The anticipation surrounding Holden is reaching fever pitch. Residents wonder not only what he knows but when and how he will reveal it. Friends and adversaries alike recognize that his restraint is a signal of careful strategy, and that the timing of his disclosures could dictate the fates of many. Every unspoken word, every pause, every secret glance is analyzed for hidden meaning, fueling speculation and heightening the sense that a major revelation is imminent. In every corner of Genoa City, the message is clear: Holden Novak is a force to be reckoned with, and the quiet intelligence he wields may soon have consequences that no one is fully prepared to handle. Corporate power, personal relationships, romantic entanglements, and social status all hang in a delicate balance, and Holden sits at the center, the holder of truths that could tip the scales in unexpected ways. Those paying attention understand that Genoa City is standing on the edge of a dramatic shift, one that could change lives forever, and that Holden Novak holds the key to the storm that is approaching. Holden Novak's web of knowledge has started to influence nearly every corner of Genoa City, and those who once dismissed him as quiet or peripheral are now beginning to recognize the scope of his awareness. Observers have noticed that Holden has been quietly monitoring interactions among the city's most influential figures, carefully noting inconsistencies, coded language, and subtle reactions that hint at hidden agendas. Each carefully recorded observation adds to a mosaic of understanding, suggesting that Holden is not simply accumulating gossip but is methodically piecing together truths that many would prefer remain hidden. Experts in human behavior note that his ability to read situations without revealing his hand is exceptional, making him an invisible force in the ongoing power plays that define Genoa City's landscape. In recent weeks, Holden has been spotted at multiple private meetings with members of both the Newman and Abbott families. While outwardly these encounters seem benign, insiders suggest that the conversations have been anything but casual. Several witnesses report that Holden asked pointed, seemingly innocuous questions that left the participants visibly uneasy. While some attempted to dismiss these inquiries as idle curiosity, those familiar with Holden's reputation understand that every question he asks is deliberate, every pause measured, and every observation calculated. Rumors now swirl that Holden may have uncovered previously. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Unknown financial discrepancies, hidden corporate maneuverings, and even secret alliances between families that could dramatically reshape power dynamics. The implications of Holden's knowledge are compounded by his interactions with members of the Chancellor family. Observers report subtle yet meaningful exchanges, fleeting moments of recognition, and whispered conversations that hint at long-forgotten events resurfacing. It's widely believed that Holden may be privy to information that could expose clandestine dealings and personal betrayals that have remained buried for decades. Some speculate that his discoveries could influence inheritance disputes, corporate control battles, or even the fates of those involved in past scandals. Genoa City insiders suggest that Holden's discretion is his greatest asset, allowing him to navigate complex social and corporate networks without triggering immediate backlash. Adding to the intrigue are Holden's recent interactions with the younger generation of Genoa City residents. Friends and acquaintances have observed subtle mentorship, casual guidance, and moments of quiet counsel, hinting at a deeper strategy. Some believe Holden is shaping perspectives, planting seeds of caution or awareness, and preparing key players to respond strategically when secrets inevitably surface. Observers note that these interactions are executed with precision, as Holden balances the delicate act of influence without overt interference. In this way, his role extends far beyond that of a passive observer. He is subtly steering the future trajectory of relationships, corporate decisions, and alliances. Romantic tensions further complicate Holden's position. Reports indicate that his personal entanglements have become increasingly intertwined with his investigative efforts, adding emotional stakes to his strategic calculations. Witnesses describe lingering glances, discreet conversations, and subtle gestures that suggest Holden is not only weighing the professional implications of his discoveries but also the personal consequences. Friends close to him speculate that these relationships may serve as both motivation and vulnerability, providing reason to protect some truths while holding others in reserve. The potential for emotional fallout adds another layer of tension, leaving Genoa City residents wondering not just what Holden knows but how deeply his personal loyalties influence the timing and nature of his revelations. Corporate maneuvering is equally intense. Newman Enterprises executives are reportedly reviewing contracts, communications, and internal reports with a level of scrutiny that suggests they are acutely aware of potential exposure. Analysts suggest that Holden's awareness of hidden transactions or secret agreements could force shifts in strategy, potentially derailing long-planned deals and destabilizing existing power structures. Rivals are watching closely, hoping to capitalize on potential disruption, while legal advisors quietly prepare for any eventuality. The sense of anticipation is palpable, as corporate leaders weigh the potential risks and rewards of confronting or attempting to influence Holden's decisions. Public encounters with Holden have become highly scrutinized. Every word he utters, every glance he makes, and every seemingly casual remark is dissected for hidden meaning. Observers note that Holden's calm demeanor contrasts sharply with the heightened tension surrounding him, further suggesting a deliberate strategy of patience and precision. It is widely believed that Holden's approach is to gather information, test reactions, and determine the optimal moment to act, ensuring that the impact of any revelations is maximized while minimizing personal risk. Social circles and corporate factions alike are watching intently, knowing that any misstep in anticipating Holden's actions could carry serious consequences. Holden's historical connections also play a crucial role in shaping perceptions. Past interactions, prior investigations, and long-standing relationships are being re-evaluated in light of his current behavior. Observers suggest that Holden may have been quietly collecting information for months, or even years, and that the network of knowledge he has built is both expansive and intricately detailed. His ability to recall past events, cross-reference information, and detect inconsistencies makes him uniquely positioned to uncover truths that others have overlooked or dismissed. Those familiar with Genoa City's history recognize that Holden's revelations could force long-standing conflicts into the open, altering the city's social and corporate landscape in ways that may be irreversible. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The ripple effects of Holden's discretion are already being felt. Corporate leaders are re-examining strategies, alliances are being reconsidered, and residents are reassessing their positions. Even minor interactions are analyzed for potential meaning, and friends and adversaries alike are attempting to predict Holden's next move. Some are quietly attempting to influence his decisions, while others are preparing to react defensively to potential disclosures. The pervasive sense of anticipation has created a charged atmosphere throughout the city, with every conversation, every meeting, and every encounter viewed through the lens of potential exposure. Adding further complexity, sources suggest that Holden may have uncovered information regarding past crimes or cover-ups, connecting seemingly unrelated incidents in ways that could alter public perception and legal outcomes. Investigators familiar with the city's darker secrets have reportedly reached out discreetly, attempting to gauge Holden's intentions and determine whether his knowledge could assist or complicate ongoing inquiries. This intersection of legal, corporate, and personal intrigue highlights the extraordinary influence Holden now wields, even while remaining largely unseen and unheard in public. As Holden continues his discreet investigations, Genoa City residents are left in suspense, speculating about the magnitude of his knowledge and the timing of his potential disclosures. Social media chatter, insider rumors, and casual observations are fueling a citywide sense of anxiety and anticipation. Everyone seems to be asking the same questions. What does Holden know? Who will be affected? When will the truth finally come to light? Even minor details, such as his choice of meetings or whom he greets and avoids, are scrutinized for hidden meaning, reflecting the city's heightened awareness of his influence. Holden Novak knows a lot more than he's telling, and the consequences of that knowledge are profound. Whether revealing corporate secrets, personal betrayals, or romantic entanglements, his discretion ensures that the timing and impact of any revelations will be dramatic, precise, and potentially transformative. Friends, enemies, and casual observers alike are caught in a delicate balance of anticipation and anxiety, aware that Holden's actions could redefine the relationships, power structures, and social order of Genoa City forever. Even as the city waits, Holden remains an enigma. His calculated patience, combined with a deep understanding of human nature and strategic insight, makes him a pivotal figure in Genoa City's unfolding drama. Residents know that when he decides to act, there will be no turning back, no retreat, and no way to control the consequences fully. Every secret he holds, every observation he has made, and every decision he has postponed will converge in a moment that promises to reshape the city entirely. Holden Novak's story is far from over. As whispers grow louder, alliances shift, and the tension in Genoa City reaches a fever pitch, one truth remains undeniable: Holden knows more than anyone suspects, and the impact of that knowledge will ripple across every corner of the city. Residents are watching, waiting, and wondering what comes next, fully aware that Genoa City may never be the same once the secrets Holden keeps are finally revealed. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Will Sienna and Mitch stay in LA or move to Genoa City? The Young and the Restless spoilers document that Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, and Mitch Bacall, Roger Howarth, appear to be shady characters. But their backstories need to be fleshed out before viewers get a sense of who they are. Noah Newman is linked to Sienna Bacall. Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, received their son's personal items at the hospital. It just so happened that his smartphone rang while they were going through the small bag they received. How soapy. The call Nick chose to answer came from someone Noah had in his contact list. So, he knew Sienna. Her evasive answers to Nick's pressing questions and her impulse to hang up raised more questions. What is this? That followed the supposed police detective, Burrow, no first name known for the character played by Matt Cohen, questioning Noah's parents. Burrow was later seen speaking to an unknown person on the phone, with Mitch being an easy guess as that mystery character. Noah Newman is linked to Sienna Bacall in a twist that could shake Genoa City to its core. Rumors have been swirling for weeks that Noah, the usually steady son of Nick and Sharon Newman, is entangled in a complicated relationship with the enigmatic and sometimes unpredictable Sienna Bacall. Sources close to the set suggest that the chemistry between Noah and Sienna is undeniable, but whether it is a spark of romance, a strategic alliance, or something far more sinister remains to be seen. Noah, who has long been portrayed as thoughtful, responsible, and loyal, appears. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. To be stepping into unfamiliar territory with Sienna, whose presence in Genoa City has never been subtle. She has a knack for inserting herself into situations where she is both captivating and dangerous, and her connection with Noah has already caused a ripple among other key players in town. The question on everyone's mind is how this new development will affect the Newman family dynamic. Nick and Sharon, who have navigated countless storms over the years, might find themselves facing one of their toughest challenges yet. Noah's link to Sienna threatens to bring old rivalries, hidden secrets, and simmering tensions to the surface. Victoria, who has often acted as a protective sister and voice of reason, may step in, but it remains unclear whether her intervention will help or complicate matters further. In Genoa City, loyalties are always tested, and with Sienna's reputation for manipulation, it's hard to predict who will come out on top. Adding more fuel to the fire, Sienna's past entanglements have been anything but ordinary. She has a history of forming alliances with people who can either advance her goals or become obstacles she must carefully navigate. If Noah is drawn in too deeply, he may find himself caught between his sense of duty, his family's expectations, and his own desires. Sienna's charm is potent, and the show's writers are known for exploring the tension between attraction and danger, often placing characters in morally complex scenarios that keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Meanwhile, Genoa City's gossip mill is in overdrive. Every glance, every whispered conversation, and every late-night meeting between Noah and Sienna is being scrutinized. Fans are speculating whether this connection is purely professional, a fleeting romance, or a prelude to one of the most shocking betrayals in recent memory. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Social media has erupted with theories, fan art, and heated debates, with some viewers rooting for Noah to find happiness while others fear that he may be stepping into a trap. Behind the scenes, insiders hint that the Noah-Sienna storyline may also tie into larger narratives involving Phyllis Summers, Amanda Sinclair, and even Kyle Abbott. With Phyllis known for her protective instincts and sharp intuition, it's possible that she will detect the nuances of this budding relationship before anyone else. Amanda, whose connections with Noah have been complex in the past, could either become an unexpected ally or a formidable adversary in what promises to be a tangled web of intrigue. Kyle Abbott, ever vigilant and strategic, may also weigh in, further complicating alliances and rivalries. The tension escalates as Noah's feelings for Sienna begin to surface. Scenes of intimate conversations, lingering touches, and moments of vulnerability have been reported on set, hinting at a deeper connection than viewers might initially expect. Noah's struggle to balance his loyalty to his family with his fascination with Sienna creates dramatic tension that is palpable on screen. Fans are already speculating about whether he will succumb to temptation, resist it, or find himself forced into a situation where he must make impossible choices. The stakes are high, and the consequences of this link could be far-reaching. Noah's decisions may affect his career, his family relationships, and his own sense of self. Sienna's involvement is unpredictable, and her motivations remain opaque, leaving both viewers and characters guessing at her next move. Genoa City has seen many powerful women influence the lives of the Newman family, but Sienna's entrance promises to be one of the most impactful yet, blending romance, intrigue, and possible deception into a storyline that could dominate the soap for months. Noah's connection with Sienna is more than just a casual flirtation. It is a catalyst for new storylines, complex character development, and high-stakes drama. The tension. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Between desire and danger, trust and betrayal, will be explored with the kind of intensity that fans of The Young and the Restless have come to expect. As Noah navigates his emotions, viewers will witness not only the unfolding of a potential romance but also the strategic maneuvering that is a hallmark of Genoa City's most riveting plots. Rumors suggest that pivotal scenes are already being filmed where Noah must confront the reality of his feelings for Sienna. These moments promise emotional depth, shocking revelations, and perhaps even a betrayal that could have long-term consequences for his relationships with Nick, Sharon, and other members of the Newman family. Fans are speculating that the writers are setting the stage for a storyline that may intertwine with major events such as business takeovers, family feuds, and personal secrets finally coming to light. The intrigue surrounding Noah and Sienna is further heightened by Sienna's connections to other key characters in Genoa City. Her ability to manipulate situations and people has already been hinted at, and her relationship with Noah may serve as a bridge to even larger storylines. If Sienna's intentions are revealed to be self-serving, Noah could find himself in over his head, navigating a maze of emotions and consequences that will test his judgment and challenge his moral compass. In addition to the personal drama, the Noah-Sienna link has implications for the broader business and social landscape of Genoa City. Noah, who has been involved in significant corporate and philanthropic ventures, may find his judgment clouded by Sienna's influence. The ripple effect could touch multiple families, rivalries, and alliances, creating a domino effect that alters the balance of power in town. Fans speculate that this storyline may involve high-stakes boardroom confrontations. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Clandestine meetings, and unexpected partnerships that will leave viewers guessing until the very end. With every interaction between Noah and Sienna, the tension mounts. Moments of tenderness are juxtaposed with undertones of manipulation and secrecy, keeping both the characters and the audience on edge. Noah's internal struggle is mirrored by the reactions of those around him, from protective family members to wary friends, creating a network of emotional complexity that is a signature of the show. The combination of personal stakes and external pressures promises a storyline that will be talked about for weeks, generating fan theories, social media buzz, and perhaps even shocking revelations that will leave viewers questioning everything they thought they knew about these characters.